You don't respec, you make a new character, you have two 90+ warriors. Jesus. Yeah, and see that, I'm actually quite new to ARPGs as a whole as well, so I actually play quite a lot of other games too, so... and the other thing I didn't want to do, the other thing I was conscious of, because I've done it in other games, is I've massively burnt out during early access. And I finished the early access, and I've burnt out during it, and I kind of left the game thinking, yeah, the game was okay, and in my mind, I've completely forgotten that it's early access and the game wasn't fully baked. So this time in PoE 2, I didn't want to burn myself out in early access, be really unhappy because I felt the game was okay, but not what I wanted it to be. And I'm so burnt out, I don't want to play it anymore. So I kind of didn't want to do that this time. I kind of wanted to play it, enjoy it, and allow it to at least come to full release and then kind of make more of a decision then. Especially given that I'm very new to ARPGs as a whole. You know, this isn't ARPGs aren't a genre that I would have picked up in the past. Having played a lot more like MMOs and RPGs, survival games in particular, quite a bit of survival games and strategy games as well. So between PoE 1 and PoE 2 and Last Epoch, if they get their cycles down, you should have new content. It will certainly be interesting. I also need to give Grim Dawn a go. People have said to me, oh, you need to try out Grim Dawn. So I'm like, oh, I need to give that one a go as well. So... see what Grim Dawn's all about. Though I understand Grim Dawn doesn't have seasonal content in the same way. Ooh. Okay. I forgot he does that. Oh, I can freeze him. Interesting. Oh, that is good. Okay. That's good. I wasn't expecting to be able to completely freeze him there, so... You would play D4 before Grim Dawn. So D4, I think I'm up to about halfway through, like the first, like, chapter, story, act, whatever you want to call it. So I've played a bit of Diablo 4. I like the story aesthetic of Diablo 4, but I did feel like there was so much shit going on the screen that it was... And the other thing, that everything was the same colour. Like, the boss abilities and a lot of the other things going on the screen were all the same colour, and they just overlapped. And maybe that was just because I'm new to ARPGs, right? Maybe that was why I felt like that, but... I do want to at least finish the story of Diablo 4. As I said, I've got so many things I want to do and so little time. Like, I'm playing Atomfall offline right now and stuff as well. I'm like, oh my god. I need to be able to play video games full time and never sleep to achieve all the content that I actually want to create. Which in reality just ain't gonna happen. We gotta live in the real world, you know? Ooh, a fire resistant shard. Blue bar that pops up is a first patch on launch fix to keep people from killing bosses in 15 seconds. No, it wasn't the blue bar. It was the... I didn't realise I was going to be able to freeze him in place, so... no, good idea. D4 is not made for you to avoid abilities. They're piss poor. Ah. I just kind of felt D4 was a little bit spammy. Like I say, I like the graphics, the aesthetic, the cutscenes. You know, very dark, very my kind of thing. But I kind of felt it was very chaotic on the gameplay side of it. Very all over the place. Which, again, for someone that's new to ARPGs, that kind of felt weird. And D4 is technically the first ARPG I've ever played. So. And I was playing that, and other people had said, "Oh no, you know, give PoE2 a look at." And of course, there was a lot of stuff in the news about PoE2, so I tried that, got hooked on that, and then I've been playing a few other games, and then like Far Cry 5 and stuff, and then the drama with the release date of PoE2 and Last Epoch. Led me to finding out about Last Epoch. So I didn't even know about Last Epoch. So I was like, everybody said this is a really good game. I need to try this. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I've played the Rogue Marksman, Acolyte Leash, and Void Knight Sentinel all the way through the campaign. So I've got them to like mid-50s, every single one. So didn't enjoy the Rogue Marksman as much as I thought I was going to. Which is kind of weird, because I would normally go for a ranger style class. I quite enjoyed the Acolyte, and I quite enjoyed the Sentinel. The Void Knight was as a new person to ARPGs was very fun, actually, mainly because it was so forgiving. I find it very easy to play the Void Knight, whereas the Acolyte Leash I found more complex to play because of the trading of health, like the timing of when you have to cut your health in half and then get your reperform and then survive some of the big hits. That was more difficult, but every time you get the blue bar and launch, just wiped out. It's a solid game. They nerfed Rogue Marksman too. Yeah, I was playing a trap rain build. So raining the traps down, and I just didn't get on with it. So I do want to maybe try it again in the future with a different type of build, but the raining traps build just didn't do it for me. So yeah. Right, have we got... Yes, so this is where we're going down. We got that there. I want this one here. Okay, and that will do us for now. And then I want to come here. Respec, despecialize. Bosh, I want Glacier. Oh, Glacier. There we go. And in Glacier, the first thing we want to do is we're going to put into damage and mana efficiency. Bosh. Cool. There we go. That is what we're doing. You're drawn to the Sentinel as you tank in MMOs. So, yeah, I started World of Warcraft Vanilla doing Warrior Tank. Oh, there we go. That's our Glacier. Okay, nice. So I can get where you come in from the MMOs, but through a combination of change in guild due to guild falling apart and everything else, I have very much over the many decades since I've been playing video games transitioned to the range DPS. Yeah, ranger. So I ended up maining a warlock in WoW, for example. I played an Imperial Agent sniper in SWTOR. I played a ranger in Guild Wars. The ranger and mercenary are my two favorite classes in PoE2, for example. So, yeah. Oh, hang on. An interesting skill. Right, where are we going here? another point in that. But yeah, the Void Knight was really fun. I had a lot of fun with the Void Knight, I'm not gonna lie. You're old. You've been playing MMO since '99. You did online muds before that. Yeah, so when did I start? I've playing games since the mid '80s, but online, I first started playing online would have been about '97, and I started with Command and Conquer Red Alert 2, but using the Eagle Red mod, and then I was playing Counter-Strike as a mod. So that's where my sort of online gaming started, if you like. And then I got into, and the first like proper like MMO I got into is EVE Online. I played that when that like first came out, so I really liked the space stuff. Played EVE Online quite a bit, was in Band of Brothers and stuff like that, and then moved to WoW back end of vanilla, and I was kind of playing WoW and EVE Online, and then all the shit with Band of Brothers and the way it kind of finished led me to quit the game, and I focused on WoW. And then got into World of Tanks. What's an online mud, by the way? I've not heard that term before. Multi-user dungeon, text-based. Ah, okay. Interesting. No, never done one of those before. Right, let's see if we can bring them together. There we go. No, that way, please. Oh, you went the other way. Oh. Well, this guy's a bit of a pain, because he's actually jumping out the way of my ability. There we go, got it. When you got unlimited internet around 95 here in the US, a lot popped up. Yeah, so, I mean, I was on 56k modem for quite a while. And it wasn't until about 2001 that I ended up on a 128k ISDN.
Well, tell you what, let's get out of here first, and then I'll explain more. These peace talks are hardly worth it if you don't know why.
So it was much more difficult for us in the UK. And where I lived in the UK, I wasn't in a city either. I was in quite a small little town. And we didn't have any access to any of that. It's pretty crazy. You remember upgrading to 32 and 56? I starting on the old 14.4 with the old, you know, the type noise. Ah, funny. Yeah. Yeah, certainly. When you hear people whining about, I've only got 50 ping today when they're playing like Counter-Strike and stuff, and I was like, man alive, like how did we survive back in the day playing Counter-Strike on those dial-ups? Pretty crazy. Arena of Shattering, there we go. Okay. Trying to get used to this Glacier ability. I like it. I just need to get used to how it works. Nothing moved fast. Remember when you thought it was gone with 250 meg RAM? Oh, yes. But then also, like, how big games were in terms of, oh, look, my game is huge. It comes with 2 CD-ROMs instead of just 1. It's a double CD-ROM game. Yeah. Man, this is really good for like AoE clearing, isn't it? As long as you position and you get the line of it right. Huh. When they first came out with digital download, you still bought the disc because you knew it would load faster than download. Well, and of course, we were all still much more into the whole physical thing, right? You wanted the box, you wanted it in your hand. You didn't know. There was all the talk about, you know, the digital download. Would you still be able to download it in, you know, 5 years' time when you wanted to play the game again, and you know, all that kind of thing. Yeah. Having that shelf with all the boxes lined up, and then the occasional collector's edition sat in there and everything as well. Yeah. Yeah. Usually on Ellie, you have a clear and a boss skill. So at the moment, I'm kind of... This is going to be... I'm planning on using this as both. I'm planning on using the Glacier as the main. Mana Strike to regain mana. The Elemental Nova thing for a bit of defensive. The Teleport for movement. And the other one was Arcane Ascendance. For damage buff. So that's kind of thing. You still use your Cataclysm Collector's WoW mousepad. Nice. I've kind of moved on to these like giant mouse pads. Where my keyboard, my mouse like covers half my desk. I really like them. I really like these giant mouse pads. I was disappointed with Cataclysm though. That's the time when I played it, I leveled, I maxed level, I did probably the first 2 raids and that was it. Especially after Wrath of the Lich King, which I really enjoyed the story element of that, the whole Arthur's piece and everything I really liked. Had some contentious stuff, like Trial of the Grand Crusader was actually the death of the guild I was in at the time, for example, so didn't really enjoy that. And Nax was just, of course, redoing Nax again. But Ulduar was amazing. I just like the theming and the music. Oh my god, the music in Wrath of the Lich King was amazing. You're Harry about to have to clean it out. You love Trial? So I love the principle of Trial. The problem is that it killed the guild. Because people just didn't enjoy it that much, and I started on a PvP server. I was on Dunmore in the EU, which was an EU PvP server, and I ended up moving after that because the state of the server was getting bad. Moved from there to Doomhammer, which was a EU PvE server, and that's kind of where I settled. So, yeah, and then I came back. The guild I was in still existed when Classic came out, and they set up a Classic team, so I then ended up joining that Classic team. Played Classic for a little bit. Right. Nope. Not bad. No. Damage over time, physical resist. Seems good. gloves, intelligence, minion damage. I don't think I'll take the int. Better than what we got. Offhand catalyst. Chance to slow void res. An int. Oh, mana regen. Oh, I definitely want that. Okay, so what do I want to change? Maybe this one. Okay. Cool.
Right.
Nothing here. Okay, good. Back then you were doing 1025 Oni, then 1025 Tok and smashing it all. Doing all your achievements as well. Don't forget you got to get all the achievements done in 1025. I have to say I was pretty proud of getting my my Immortal and what was it? Undying and Immortal achievements on Nax. That was good. And then doing the 3 drakes on what was it? What was the name of the dragon? Man, it escapes me. You go to the tower and then you have to clear the trash around, and you've got the 3 drakes and then the big dragon in the middle. I've forgotten the dragon's name. Literally, I'm going crazy. Killing the dragon while he left the 3 drakes up. That was a good one. Then you got the Twilight Mount. Sartharian. That was the one. Sartharian 3 drakes. Yeah, and then you got the Twilight Mount after it. Yeah. That was good. And I loved Ulduar, though my fondest memories, with probably the biggest rose-tinted glasses, but my fondest memories, like having just fun in a raid, was Karazhan. Original Karazhan, man. I had so much fun with the guild. Everyone was chill. We just had a good laugh, and you were running it. You were running it like every week because you wanted to get new members of the guild badges of justice so they could get good enough gear to do the later raids. Yeah. And then the Blood Elf Island. Right, let's have some more int fire resistance lightning rares. That's good. And we got some skill stuff. Right, so in this one, we've got 2 into damage and mana efficiency. We're going to now put it into largest explosion damage plus 20%. And then this one is going to be mana strike. And we're going to put 2 points into mana gained, because that's what we're using it for. You got the achievement for every quest in the game done, Lawmaster. Yeah, the Lawmaster achievement. Did you ever get the Ambassador one for doing all the reps to Exalted? Because that was... Oh, I never did that one. You played D&D through the 70s. WoW lore mythology came across as the product of bored bunch of stoners. Think you turned into your grandfather. Well, my understanding, and I could be wrong, but my understanding is that originally Warcraft was originally going to be out of Games Workshop, a partnership with Games Workshop, and they never could agree. They could never agree a deal. So instead of being using the IP of Games Workshop Fantasy, they did their own thing. Could be wrong, but I thought that's what it was. Oh, look. We have a bot. You did D&D in the red and blue box in the 80s. See, I never did D&D tabletop stuff. I was on the World of Warcraft, the board game stuff that then became Flames of War, Bolt Action, and all that type of stuff. As you can see from quite a lot of models that are sat behind me on shelves. Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of board games. Zombicide, Blood Rage. Oh, all of those games are just amazing. Age of Conan. That's another good one. It's one of those things my wife really enjoys, playing all the board games, tabletop games, like Warhammer, everything. She doesn't get video games at all, so... Okay. Warhammer. About the same with your wife. Nice. It's nice when you've got that sort of... There's stuff that you can share and there's stuff that you can do on your own, right? Yeah, my wife enjoys playing Necrons in 40k, and she enjoys playing... I would say probably Dark Elves is probably her favourite in Warhammer Fantasy. But for some reason, and I like Blood Rage, but her favourite board game is Blood Rage. And I'm like, I like the game, but it's not my favourite, but she loves the game. She loves Blood Rage. She is not so good, so you win all the time. My wife's not bad, actually. She's damn good at Magic. Magic the Gathering. Oh, she's good at that, I can tell you. Excellent. Making progress. Oh, you weasel. Ah, cool, we got teleport. Good. That's the next skill I wanted. Sweet. Right, let's get past you. Nice. Right. So let's replace that with teleport. And we've got another passive. So the next passive we're doing is this one. So we're going to take that one all the way up to 8. Your college roommate got you into beta, so you spent a lot of money on it. Magic, that is. Yeah, Magic is one of those games that, man, you can get and you can spend a lot of money on. It was very well designed from a monetization strategy, there's no doubt. Particularly when they got people into doing the whole drafting thing. Oh, look, buy packs just to play a single game. Oh, yes. Nice. Yeah, that Mana Strike does pretty decent damage as well. So you're not going to complain about that.